Hey guys, welcome to Open House Night 2018. Obviously, if you're watching this and listening to this screencast, you know that I am not here, and I apologize for that. I'm the boys tennis coach here at Highland High School, and we had a match at Lake Central. So, it was my hope that I was going to be back in time and that our match would wrap up quickly. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and I apologize for that. But we'll make the most of it. With this screencast, hopefully it'll give you a pretty good snapshot of what this class looks like for your son or daughter. And what they can expect and what you can expect this semester in government class. So the easiest way to contact me is my email address right here. It's jheckert@highland.k12.in.us. This is our School Town of Highland website. There are a lot of classroom documents that are going to be listed here. You've got calendar, useful links, contact me, classroom files, and then eventually our textbook chapters as we go through the textbook will be there in PDF format. We will also be using Google Classroom, and this gives you a little bit of a look at Google Classroom for fifth hour. It's a great tool for students, to keep everything organized. It shows all the assignments that are listed. For your son or daughter, it's going to show a green check next to completed assignments. It'll also say deadlines and when things are due. This is a way that students can reach out to me and leave comments, leave discussion posts, ask me questions, and it's easily accessible using their iPads. But that just kind of, it's a great tool. And familiarize yourself with it. Hopefully over the past year, your students have had a chance to familiarize themselves with it. But yeah, you can see we've done a lot here over the first week and a half, and that'll continue. We stay pretty busy in here. So that gives you an idea of those two sites that'll definitely be necessary for them and their success. This gives you an idea, look at our syllabus and kind of what to expect. This is a required class by the state of Indiana in order for students to graduate. Because of that, there are a number of standards that we are going to cover and get through, and it's pretty rigorous course of study. With that in mind, I try to make it as enjoyable as possible. Students have to take this class, they have to pass it. We might as well enjoy it. We might as well enjoy the class and the material. And so we try to cover a lot of things that are going to be applicable to their lives. Now as juniors and seniors in high school, but also, in the near future as they enter, maybe college next year or the workforce or whatever the case may be after their high school years. And so we're going to cover a lot of things ranging from the political process to also, what makes somebody a functional and good citizen in our community, county, state, country, and the world. A lot of students come in and just assume that this is going to be a discussion about politics and politicians, and that's really not what government class is. Yes, we talk about it, but that's just one of the units of the 10 that we touch on. So, anyways, routine in here is pretty straightforward. We follow it pretty much every day. We come in and do a bell ringer. Usually it's an opinion-based question followed by discussion. We go into a lesson, some activity, and then usually students have a decent amount of time to work on their homework. Attendance policy is straightforward with what it said in the handbook. We use iPads every day in here, so I just ask that students come with their iPad charged. And it's their most important resource in class. That they have that every day because their work is turned in with it. There's my grading scale, which is standard based on the handbook. You see the point breakdown. We do have a quarterly test. It's 20% of the total points for the semester. We do have a final project that students will complete towards the end of second quarter. And just heads up on that, students are going to run for president. So they are going to kind of model a campaign. They're going to have to come up. They're going to have to create a campaign ad, a video ad, and it's a fun project, but it spans about 6 weeks. So that's coming down the line. Late work, makeup work, you can read about that here. Food and drink policy, pretty straightforward stuff, and some additional classroom rules. But as I mentioned, that we go through it's 10 units in about 18 weeks, so it is pretty quick. Things move. This is our government schedule for the semester, and right now it's pretty accurate. Everything's in pretty good shape time-wise. if we get some crazy weather, some days off, hopefully we don't have snow days, but you never know what happens. And so if this changes, I'll let students know. But this gives them a pretty good idea of what to expect if they're not going to be here or if they're going to be gone, miss a couple days, when the tests are going to be, and so on and so forth. So basically, hopefully this gave you a pretty good idea of what your sons and daughters and what you guys can expect out of me as a teacher. I'm very accessible via email, so if you have questions, contact me, please, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hopefully this provided you with some useful information, and I hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you for coming, and best of luck finding your next class. Have a good night.